In my last video, you will have seen I showed you this. This is the new daily. I swapped this for a Honda Civic and a bit of money, but I think this is a cooler daily. Now this car on its own, I think is kind of cool in its own right, but I can't have a daily and not modify it. So I think we should try and make it cooler and also better to daily. So what's the first thing you have on a modified car that makes it sound cool? The exhaust. And this thing ain't cutting it. The straps are broken on it. It's kinked and bent. So I think we should change that. Right, now we've got the car jacked up. Remember safety first, so your axle stands, of course. Definitely always use axle stands. We've already got this old exhaust off. Reason being, wanted to measure the pipe. It's 60mm, so I bought my address, a nice long piece of 60mm pipe, which should get rid of that back box. We're just going to do a back box delete basically, and this lovely 3-inch roll tip, which we're going to have to like lower the size down, so it might look a bit ugly where I weld it, but need a nice tip on there. Like that. So yeah, let's first, what we're going to do, get the hand grinder out, cut this off. There we go, that's what we want. And we can join our pipe onto this. We have this lovely bit of mild steel pipe. We have the flange onto there. Then join. What we need to do is, because this doesn't come out at a straight angle, we need to put an angle onto there. I've given this a nice grind, so it's got a nice angle on it. Look at that lovely angle, that's so perfect. Then we weld that into there. The joint all welded up. As with everything, grinder and paint makes me the welder I ain't. So we'll grind that up and paint it. The join to there is not great, so I was filling in gaps. And I'm using a £20 little flux core welder. It does the job. Welded the exhaust up on that with it. So yeah, let's get that ground up. Then to refit, and we've got to figure out the hanger. Then for the hanger, I was going to use the original hanger that I've cut off of the old back box, but I can't get it to sit very well because originally the box should be about here. Let's get 0.5, as you can see from the hooks, but it's just not going to work. So I found like a universal hanger piece. I've just hose clamped it into place so I can get it to sit where I want and hold it there. Then I'm going to weld it in place, and that should be the hanger. Then we've just got to move on to the tip. So I thought I filmed a clip of actually making this tailpipe fit, but turns out I didn't. All I did was cut slits in the end, basically hammer it down to make that diameter at the end smaller to fit on that 60mm pipe. Now I'm just welding it on. I think I'm just complaining about how awkward it is to weld with it being stainless to mild steel, but the little welder's putting in the work. We're getting the job done, so yeah. Hammer out and weld the rest of it up. Jesus Christ, that took ages and was shit to do. I don't want to do that again. It was just fucking tiny little gaps and it kept blowing through like on these bits. It's not pretty, but it is welded. Hopefully straight-ish. We'll see. I'm gonna let this cool for a while. I'll probably grind it now, let it cool, and then we can paint it. I also fucking touched. I was like getting splatters on here, so I was like, oh, I'll put masking tape on. I accidentally fucking touched it. So I have a lovely burn. Don't touch hot things. Stupid. Stupid. Get it off. Just trying to get some of the little splatters away. I've masked off this and this, and we're going to spray the rest of it black. Mainly because this is mild steel, and so the welds, like it's all going to corrode. Obviously that is still crusty, but yeah, just so this doesn't go all flash rust. Paint masked up, just on VHT black. I'm pretty happy with that. Obviously it doesn't look the prettiest there, but you know, it should do the job. Nice roll tip on there. Bosh. Let's get some exhaust paste, get the fucker fitted. That's it on. I am chuffed with that. I think that looks spot on for the sort of age of the vehicle. 3-inch rolled tip. So that's the exhaust all finished then. I'm doing some other bits on the Saab. But yeah, that's going to be it for this video. I'm really happy with how that turned out. Nice little sort of cheap mod to do. Make it sound a bit better. Yeah, awesome. Right, see you in the next one. Cheers.